A business plan can be one of the most important and impactful ways to improve your business. I did a study a few years ago where we interviewed 200 agents from around the country, and we categorized them between high growth producers that had grown their business by 20% year over year, low growth producers who had some growth but less than 20, and no growth producers who were not getting ahead. And what we found was one of the strongest correlations with their success was the presence of a business plan. High growth producers were twice as likely as their less successful competitors to have a business plan. So yes, it's paperwork. I'm not going to lie to you about it, but it doesn't have to be tough. A business plan can be done rather simply, and that's what we're going to talk about, how to do a business plan when you're paperwork adverse. So why have a business plan? Because what you want to do is align your team. Imagine a rowboat where you have two Michael Jordans of rowing in there. They are excellent at what they do, and you're giving them encouragement. Row, row, row your boat. Unfortunately, they're seated back to back. They're facing in opposite directions. What they see of the river is different. What they see as the goal is different. And what they're going to do is row as hard as they can and get nowhere. The only place they're going to wind up is downstream because their efforts are canceling each other out. Now, change one thing. Put them facing the same direction. Give them a clear destination. And regardless of the current, they're going to find a way to get there because they're good and now they're aligned. That's what you want from a business plan. Now, you can have a complicated business plan. If you go to Amazon and do a search, there are 522 gazillion books on how to put together a business plan. Some will recommend that a business plan has to have 8 elements. Some will say 12, some will say 6. I'm here to tell you you only need 4 elements for your business plan. And those are a mission, which explains where you want to go. You can only have one mission for your organization because an organization can't go to 2 destinations. This is your North Star. This is the X that marks the spot. It's a statement about where you want to be at the end of the day. And it should be a little bit inspiring if possible, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be clear. A vague mission statement is counterproductive. Let me put it this way. You got on an airplane and the pilot says, I know we're heading to New York. I'm not quite sure where it is. It's somewhere on the East Coast. So when we get there, but we're going to fly for 5 hours. When we hit a bunch of water, we're going to go north. And if you see a big city, we'll know how we got there. Now, that's neither inspiring nor is it going to help you accomplish what you want to do. You need a mission statement that is clear, that is concise. Now, here's a weak example, but one we often see. We will be the Apple of agencies. What does it mean to be the Apple of agencies? A far better mission would be to emerge from the healthcare reform changes going on in 2014 with more clients and more revenue than we had in 2013. Everyone knows where they're supposed to be headed. Everyone in your rowboat is aligned to increase revenue by increasing the number of clients. So that's the first of the 4 elements for our business plan. The second is strategies. And strategies takes the mission, X marks the spot, where we want to go, and explains how we're going to get there. Again, it has to have GPS clarity. You can't just vaguely send your troops out to accomplish things to increase clients and revenue. You have to have specific plans. Now, this you can have more than one, because it usually does take more than one strategy to get something done. We're going to explore one of these. A weak strategy would be sell more. Sell more what? Sell more health insurance, sell more life insurance, sell more disability, homeowners, sell more being than we sold last year or the more than we sold last week. If you had a new hire and you showed her this strategy, would she know what to do to move your company forward? I don't think so. But something much more clear would be by October 1st, we're going to provide wellness-focused services and health plans generating $50,000 in annualized commission. That's very clear. A new hire would know exactly what she needs to do. promote wellness programs and help you sell more wellness-oriented health plans, such as, oh, might I suggest, SeeChange health insurance. So you've got your strategies, how you'll get there. The next element in our four for our business plan is what needs to happen for those strategies to be achieved. And this is where we get a bit more granular and we begin aligning the team around specific things that need to happen. Now, here's a week strategy, goal statement. We're going to meet with the staff to discuss ways to offer wellness programs to clients. Well, that doesn't really accomplish a great deal. It doesn't move the strategy forward. A much stronger goal statement is that we'll conduct 25 wellness audits by July 1st. Now that's something clear and concise because it's smart. What's a smart goal? Well, it's easy to remember. A smart goal is specific. It's you either conduct the 25 wellness programs or you don't. You know exactly what you're doing. You're conducting wellness programs. It's measurable. 25 is something that can be measured. It's agreed to. Everyone in your office has to agree to your goals. And even if you're a sole practitioner, you can have your GA reps or your carrier reps agree to your goals. You can have your family agree to your goals. Want to know how important it is to get agreed to? Announce to everyone you know that you're going on a diet. Those who continue to give you donuts, they are not your friends. Those who help you on your diet, those are the people who are your friends and who are going to help you achieve your goal. They have to be realistic. Now, you can have a goal that says we're going to triple our business in 3 weeks. And if your business today is 0, you might be able to succeed. But if you've got any sort of a base now, you're not going to do that. And an unrealistic goal is very discouraging. When there's no way you can reach it, you feel defeated from day one. Stretch goals are good. Unrealistic goals are counterproductive. And it has to be timely. There has to be a finish line. If you want to understand the importance of a finish line, go to a park and line up 12 5-year-olds for a race. Go 1, 2, 3, go, and watch them run, but don't tell them where the finish line is. You can nap for 3 hours because they will just continue running around. That's great for 5-year-olds. It's not good for your staff. You want goals that are specific, measurable, agreed to, realistic, and timely. Once you have those, and each strategy will have 5 to 7 goals, then you need milestones for each of your goals. And those are what defines who does what by when. This is where the rubber really meets the road. It's where people become accountable. A week milestone statement would be we're going to get the wellness newsletter out by April 1st. Now that actually looks pretty good. It has an end line, April 1st. The wellness letter either does or does not get out, but it's not saying who's going to do it. A much better milestone statement would say that Jane is to contact a printer to produce and mail wellness audit coupons to current clients by April 1st. It defines what the newsletter is, so it's much more specific, and it says who's going to do what by when. There's another benefit of this. As well as being paperwork adverse, brokers tend to be meeting adverse. However, now and then you do need a staff meeting. When you have a business plan with this series of milestones and people who are accountable for things, you now have your agenda for your business meetings, your staff meetings. You simply go down the milestone list and people report on whether they're on track or off track. And if they're off track, it's not a wrong, it's not evil, they're not damned. You all work together to help Jane get back on track. If she wasn't able to contract with a printer, maybe someone knows another printer she can talk to. And if things are on track or reported on track, all you have to do is ask, how do you know that? Because Jane might say, yeah, I'm feeling good about the printer. And you go, how do you know that? And if she can't say, well, I've talked to Acme Printing and I'm going to meet with them next Tuesday, then maybe things aren't on as track as you thought. So this business plan not only aligns your team, focuses their energies behind shared goals, but it allows you to hold people accountable so that you can actually accomplish these goals. And what you may have noticed as we've gone through these 4 elements is one leads to the next. You have a mission statement, which leads to your strategies. Your strategies then drive what your goals are, and your goals drive what your milestones are. What I'm here to suggest is that it's not that hard to do a business plan. It's not nearly as hard as we fear. In less than 10 minutes, we just put together a very streamlined business plan. Now, to do a full one might take an afternoon, might take 2 afternoons. But again, if you'd rather be a high growth producing broker as opposed to a low or no growth producer, then a business plan is your best bet for moving ahead. Thank you very much.